he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. Thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so.
Robert De Niro just dropped a bombshell comparison that's got everyone talking. Did he really just compare Trump to one of history's most notorious dictators? Buckle up, folks. We're diving into the wild world of celebrity political takedowns, and this one's a doozy. Is De Niro onto something, or has he gone too far this time? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Robert De Niro's not just playing tough guys on the big screen anymore. Nope, he's taking on the biggest political figure in real life, Donald Trump. And boy, he's not holding back. De Niro's been throwing verbal jabs at Trump for a while now. He's called him everything from a low IQ individual to a wannabe gangster. But why is an A-list actor like De Niro risking his reputation to bash a former president? Maybe he's got a bone to pick, or maybe he just really doesn't like the guy. Either way, De Niro's not pulling any punches. He's stepped up his game, calling Trump a grubby real estate hustler and a two-bit playboy.
We've heard you talk about the former president. You have called him a fraud, a con artist. You've said he's a New Yorker like you, and you have watched this brand of BS.
I think of how absurd it is. And this might be the one case where that could be it for him. It's a state case. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
Ouch! The Godfather star isn't mincing words when he says Trump is worse than we ever thought he would be. It's like De Niro's trying to win an Oscar for best Trump insults or something. But wait, folks, De Niro's just warming up. He's building up to something big, something shocking. It's like he's in a movie and we're all waiting for that big plot twist. And boy, does he deliver. Here it comes. De Niro drops the H-bomb. Yep, you heard that right. He actually compares Trump to Hitler. Talk about going nuclear. It's like he's taken the gloves off and decided to go for the knockout punch. But hold on a second. Is this just another case of celebrity drama? You know, like when two pop stars have a Twitter fight, but with more wrinkles and political consequences? Or is there more to De Niro's warnings? Maybe De Niro's seen something in Trump that's got him genuinely worried. After all, he's been around the block a few times. Or maybe he's just really committed to his role as Trump's #1 critic. Either way, one thing's for sure, De Niro's not backing down anytime soon. So, what do you think? Is De Niro onto something, or has he gone off the deep end? Is this just another Hollywood versus Washington showdown, or should we be paying closer attention? One thing's for sure, this political drama is more entertaining than half the movies out there right now. Forget the Oscars, De Niro's going for a different kind of award, Chief Democracy Defender. But here's the million-dollar question, is he just being a drama queen, or is America's political sitcom about to turn into a horror flick?
Does it give you some sense, not of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences? Because as you've said before, this guy's a con artist, and he's gotten away with it for years.
I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency. It's funny, I was just thinking that he actually became president. He could have done good things. Instead, he had to do it all wrong.
Turns out De Niro's not just throwing insults at Trump for fun. He's actually sounding the alarm about democracy, and he's dead serious. It's like he's gone from playing a tough guy to being one in real life, but instead of fighting mobsters, he's taking on political baddies. De Niro's not just mad because Trump made fun of his height or something. Nope, he's worried about the whole dang country. He's saying democracy itself is at risk, but is he just being a bit of a drama king, or should we be paying attention? Let's break down De Niro's argument. He's saying Trump's actions are messing with the rules of democracy. It's like Trump's trying to play Monopoly, but he keeps changing the rules so he always wins. Not cool, right? Now, here's where it gets real heavy. De Niro's connecting Trump to the January 6th mess. He's saying Trump riled up an angry mob that caused death and destruction. Yikes! It's like Trump turned politics into a WWE wrestling match, but with real consequences. But wait, it gets worse. De Niro's painting a pretty scary picture of what might happen if Trump gets back in the White House. He thinks Trump might go after anyone who disagrees with him, even comedians and journalists. It's like he's worried Trump will turn America into one big episode of The Apprentice, where everyone's afraid of getting fired. De Niro's biggest fear, that America could turn into one giant angry Twitter thread come to life. Can you imagine? It'd be like everyone's drunk uncle at Thanksgiving, but all the time. Scary stuff. So De Niro's basically saying we need to wake up and smell the democracy-flavored coffee before it's too late. But if things are really this bad, what does our Hollywood hero think we should do about it? Maybe he's got a plan hidden up his sleeve, or maybe he's just hoping someone else will step up and save the day. Either way, it looks like this political drama is far from over. Remember when your mom told you to kill bullies with kindness? Well, De Niro's got a different idea. He thinks it's time for Biden to stop playing Mr. Nice Guy and start throwing some political punches. De Niro's not just sitting back and complaining about Trump. Nope, he's got a plan, and it's about as subtle as a sledgehammer. He's telling Biden to stop playing nice with Trump. It's like he wants to turn politics into a WWE SmackDown. But is getting down and dirty with Trump really the way to save democracy? Or is it just gonna make everything messier? Yeah, our Hollywood tough guy's got a simple strategy. Confront bullies head on. It's like he thinks politics is a schoolyard fight. But here's the thing. When you fight fire with fire in politics, sometimes you just end up burning the whole place down. De Niro's political playbook is raising some eyebrows. Some folks are cheering him on, thinking it's about time someone stood up to Trump. Others are worried this kind of talk is just gonna make things worse. It's like watching a political version of the Jerry Springer Show. Entertaining, sure, but probably not great for solving problems. But hold on to your hats, folks, cause De Niro's just warming up. He's got some advice that's making people's jaws drop. Ready for this? He actually says, a bully you punch in the face. Yep, you heard that right. De Niro's basically telling Biden to go all Rocky Balboa on Trump.
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him. There's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see ever. He's so, as we all know, so narcissistic and self-centered. I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany, they had it with Hitler.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure turning politics into a boxing match isn't exactly what the founding fathers had in mind. Can you imagine Biden and Trump duking it out in the Oval Office? It'd be like a geriatric fight club. But jokes aside, De Niro's tough talk raises some serious questions. Is this really the way to save democracy? Or are we just sinking to Trump's level? Maybe De Niro's been playing tough guys for so long, he's forgotten there are other ways to solve problems. One thing's for sure, if politics keeps heading in this direction, we might need to start handing out mouth guards at voting booths. So what do you think? Is De Niro's tough love what democracy needs, or should we send him back to anger management class? Just when you thought this political circus couldn't get any wilder, De Niro steps into the ring with a game plan that's more raging bull than Mr. Rogers. But will his call for Biden to take the gloves off backfire bigly? Turns out our tough-talking actor isn't just complaining about Trump. He's got a whole battle plan, and it's about as subtle as a sledgehammer. De Niro's telling Biden to stop playing nice with Trump. It's like he wants to turn the White House into a WWE wrestling ring. But is getting down and dirty with Trump really the way to save democracy? Or is it just gonna make everything messier? De Niro's political playbook is pretty simple. Confront bullies head on. It's like he thinks politics is just a big schoolyard, and Trump's the mean kid stealing everyone's lunch money. But here's the thing, when you fight fire with fire in politics, sometimes you just end up burning the whole place down. It's like trying to put out a grease fire with more grease. Not exactly a smart move, right? But hold on to your MAGA hats, folks, because De Niro's just warming up. He's got some advice that's so spicy, it might make your ears smoke. Are you ready for this? De Niro actually said, a bully you punch in the face. Yep, you heard that right. Our Hollywood tough guy is basically telling Biden to channel his inner Rocky Balboa and start swinging. Now, I don't know about you, but turning politics into a literal boxing match seems like a recipe for disaster. It's like De Niro forgot we're talking about running a country, not filming Goodfellas 2, White House Boogaloo. Can you imagine if world leaders actually solved their problems by punching each other? We'd have to rename the UN to Ultimate Fighting Nation. Forget anger management class for De Niro. Looks like he's enrolled in Politics 101 instead. But here's the kicker. While Hollywood's busy playing political puppet master, are we the ones getting our strings pulled? Let's take a peek behind the curtain of Tinseltown's obsession with the ballot box. De Niro's not the only celeb with a political megaphone. It's like there's a new trend in Hollywood. Forget Oscar speeches. Now it's all about soapbox speeches. But should these stars stick to their scripts instead of trying to write the nation's story? Here's the million-dollar question. Can De Niro's words actually change anyone's mind? Or is he just preaching to his own fan club? It's like trying to convince your cat to take a bath. Sometimes, no matter how famous you are, folks just aren't listening. But hold on, because sometimes star power does shine bright in politics. Remember when Oprah gave Obama a high five and suddenly everyone wanted to vote for him? It was like she sprinkled her Oprah magic dust all over his campaign. And let's not forget how the Rock the Vote campaign got young folks all fired up to hit the polls. Turns out celebrity sparkle can turn into voter power after all. But wait, there's a plot twist. Sometimes when celebs try to play political superheroes, it backfires big time. Remember the Dixie Chicks? They dissed President Bush, and suddenly their music career went bye-bye faster than you can say yeehaw. Oops! So here's De Niro waving his anti-Trump flag like he's leading a parade. But it's not just about one grumpy actor and one orange president. Nope. It's like De Niro's holding up a mirror to America, showing us how divided we've become. On one side, you've got folks cheering him on like he's Batman fighting the Joker. On the other, people are rolling their eyes so hard they might get stuck that way. In this political soap opera, who gets to be the director? Should we trust celebs to tell us how to vote, or are they just reading lines someone else wrote? It's like trying to pick a restaurant based on a commercial. Sure, it looks good, but does it really taste that way? So what do you think? Are celebrity political rants the secret sauce our democracy needs? Or should we send them back to Hollywood and stick to getting our political wisdom from, well, politicians? Either way, this celeb-politician clash is turning into a blockbuster hit. Let's just hope it has a happy ending.